The battle between Venom and SCP-096 was intense, with both monsters unleashing their full power upon each other. Venom's amorphous symbiote body allowed him to regenerate and heal quickly, while SCP-96's relentless attacks seemed to have no effect on the black alien monster. As Venom continued to slash and gnash at SCP-096 with his sharp teeth and arm blades, the creature's screams of pain echoed through the air. But Venom was not about to let up, determined to defeat this formidable foe once and for all. Suddenly, another monster appeared on the scene, SCP-682, the indestructible reptile. The massive creature wasted no time in joining the fray, attacking Venom with all its might. The battle that ensued was like nothing the world had ever seen before, with both monsters exchanging blows and body parts in a brutal display of power. Despite the ferocity of SCP-682's attacks, Venom held his ground, using his amorphous tendrils to restrain the reptile and prevent it from escaping. With a fierce determination in his eyes, Venom lunged forward and sank his sharp metallic teeth into SCP-682's neck, tearing through its tough skin with ease. As the blood of SCP-682 spilled onto the ground, Venom knew that victory was within his grasp. With a final, savage bite, he severed the head of the indestructible monster and devoured it whole, absorbing its power and strength into his own being. As the dust settled and the battle came to an end, Venom stood victorious, his black alien form pulsating with energy and power. He had proven himself to be a force to be reckoned with, a true monster among monsters. And as he looked out at the world before him, Venom knew that he would continue to fight, to protect and to conquer, for he was Venom, the ultimate symbiote, the ultimate predator, the ultimate monster. And nothing would stand in his way. In the dark and eerie depths of Gotham City, a fierce battle was raging between two formidable foes. Bane, the physical powerhouse villain of Batman, stood face to face with SCP-096, the tall, skinny white humanoid known for its relentless pursuit of anyone who gazes upon its face. Bane, with his immense strength, intelligence, and fighting prowess, wasted no time in launching a brutal assault on SCP-096. His fists flew with deadly precision, landing blow after blow on the creature's slender frame. But SCP-096 was no ordinary opponent. It possessed a supernatural resilience and a ferocity that matched Bane's own. As the battle raged on, Bane found himself pushed to his limits by SCP-96's relentless attacks. The creature's razor-sharp claws tore through Bane's armor, leaving deep gashes in his flesh. But Bane refused to back down. With a roar of defiance, he injected himself with his Venom steroid, unleashing a surge of raw power that sent shockwaves through the battlefield. With his newfound strength, Bane launched a devastating counterattack on SCP-096. His blows landed with bone-crushing force, sending the creature reeling back in agony. But SCP-096 was not so easily defeated. It fought back with a savage intensity, its claws slashing through the air with deadly precision. As the battle reached its climax, Bane's rage reached a fever pitch. With a primal roar, he seized SCP-096 by the head, his massive arms crushing the creature's skull with a sickening crunch. The severed head fell to the ground, lifeless and still. Bane stood victorious, his chest heaving with exertion. He had faced a formidable opponent in SCP-096 and emerged triumphant. But as he surveyed the carnage around him, a sense of unease crept over him. He knew that in the shadows of Gotham City, there were always more challenges waiting to test his strength and resolve. Answer. With a grim determination, Bane turned his gaze towards the horizon, ready to face whatever new threats awaited him in the darkness. For in Gotham City, the battle never truly ended. And Bane would always be ready to rise to the challenge, no matter how formidable the foe. The night was dark and ominous as Bane, the physical powerhouse villain of Batman, stood face to face with SCP-096, the tall, skinny white humanoid. The two formidable foes locked eyes, a silent understanding passing between them that only one would walk away from this battle alive. Bane wasted no time, launching himself at SCP-096 with a ferocious roar. His massive muscles rippled with power as he unleashed a flurry of punches and kicks, each strike landing with bone-crushing force. SCP-096, despite his slender frame, proved to be a formidable opponent, dodging and weaving with unnatural speed and agility. But Bane was not just brute strength. He was a master tactician, analyzing SCP-96's movements and adapting his fighting style accordingly. With each blow, he pushed SCP-096 back, slowly but surely gaining the upper hand in the battle. As the fight raged on, SCP-96's attacks grew more desperate and erratic. Bane could see the fear in his opponent's eyes, a primal instinct to survive driving him to fight with all his might. But Bane was relentless, his strength and intelligence proving to be too much for SCP-096 to handle. In a moment of desperation, SCP-096 unleashed a devastating blow that caught Bane off guard. The impact sent him crashing to the ground, blood oozing from a deep gash on his chest. But Bane was not one to stay down for long. With a roar of fury, he injected himself with his Venom steroid, feeling the rush of power coursing through his veins. His muscles bulged with newfound strength as he rose to his feet, a fierce determination burning in his eyes. Now, it was Bane's turn to unleash his full fury. He charged at SCP-096 with a primal roar, his massive arms reaching out to grab hold of his opponent's head. With a sickening crunch, he tore SCP-96's head from his body, the sound of bones snapping echoing through the night. As the severed head lay at his feet, Bane let out a triumphant laugh, his victory complete. He had proven himself to be the ultimate physical powerhouse, a force to be reckoned with in the world of villains. And as he stood victorious over his fallen foe, Bane knew that no one would dare to challenge him again. For he was Bane, the unstoppable force of nature, and he would crush anyone who dared to stand in his way. The battle between Bane and SCP-096 was a sight to behold. The physical powerhouse villain of Batman, Bane, used his immense strength, intelligence, and fighting skills to clash with the tall, skinny white humanoid known as SCP-096. Bane's muscles bulged as he unleashed a flurry of punches and kicks, his venom steroid injections coursing through his veins, increasing his strength to unimaginable levels. But SCP-096 was no pushover. The creature fought back with a ferocity that matched Bane's own. Its white, featureless face contorted in rage as it lashed out with razor-sharp claws, tearing through Bane's armor and leaving deep gashes in his flesh. Bane roared in pain, but he refused to back down. As the battle raged on, Bane's rage only grew. He could feel the power coursing through him, fueling his every move. With a mighty roar, he lunged at SCP-096, grabbing its head in his massive hands. With a sickening crunch, he tore the creature's head clean off, its lifeless body collapsing to the ground. Bane stood victorious, his chest heaving with exertion. He had faced a formidable opponent in SCP-096, but he had emerged triumphant. As he looked down at the severed head of his fallen foe, a sense of satisfaction washed over him. He was the ultimate predator, the apex predator, and no one could stand in his way. But as he turned to leave, a voice echoed in his mind. A voice that whispered of other challenges, other foes to conquer. Bane smiled, his eyes gleaming with anticipation. The battle may have been won, but the war was far from over. And Bane was ready for whatever came next.